Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
What up?
You hear me?
Let me get this music off of here. Hold on real quick. I can hear you.
I don't know if my audio good.
Yes, sir. What's up with y'all today?
Man, I just got bit by a dachshund, man.
Huh?
I literally just got bit by a dachshund, man. These folks be talking about pit bulls and stuff like that. I just got bit by a dachshund 2 minutes ago.
Damn.
Hey,
in
them
the
suckers
training?
don't play, bro.
Yeah, he ain't break skin, but he bit me.
Was you training me?
Nah, I wasn't training him. I need to train him now, though.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cold-blooded.
Fact. I said, he don't even know I'm finna get on the dog podcast and talk about this.
Oh, everything. You got to hear about that. We're going to definitely get into some of that. How's your day, man? How's your day?
My day was pretty good, man. It's been raining down here in Georgia a lot.
Send it this way, because it's 96 degrees here.
Yeah, we got the rain coming all week too, man. We ain't got no clear day on the schedule either, so it's gonna be an ugly day for us too. But yeah, all right, man, we're gonna get into it, man. This our first one on YouTube. This our first one live everywhere, so get a good one in. I appreciate y'all boys, as always. You already know.
That's right.
So now we got it new now. Y'all see the screen and our titles and stuff. Y'all can see the screen good?
Yeah, I can see.
See the titles across the bottom of it?
It's who?
You see the title across the bottom?
Yeah, I see Bullet Bridges.
I can't see what y'all see. I can't see what y'all see, so I just want to make sure y'all see.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
So our questions are gonna be on the bottom of the screen now. So we're gonna start off with the first question is gonna be, what's the most challenging part of being a breeder? And we're gonna let that's a pretty open question, so we're just gonna let Brad start off with that one. I know you don't like starters, Brad, but we're gonna have you start off with that one. That's it.
No, it's all good. I'd say something we've talked about before, the time that you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time goes into these dogs, and a lot of people don't realize that time and effort. You know what I'm saying? And so, like Donte touched on before. Whoa, what happened?
I don't know.
There you go. Like Donte touched on before. See, now you done made me lose my train of thought.
My bad.
You done switched it all up on me, bro. What the heck?
Go ahead, bro. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so basically you just saying just that time that you lose?
Yeah. Like Donte touched on before, if you trying to if you got a family and stuff like that, that's time you're a lot of time you're gonna be away, trying to train, in Dante's case, train these dogs or breed these dogs or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Right.
What about you, Donte?
I feel like most challenging part as a breeder for me is probably not being able to spend enough time with my dogs. I feel like, so like y'all saying time, like how you say, of course you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of time in general, but a lot of times, like, so of course I just started back working, and with me working, of course that's about 6 to 8 hours out of my day that I'm away from the house, you know. But see, the type of dog person I am, I'll be outside with my dogs 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Because I got big lights and stuff, or if I'm in the garage, the dogs up with you. So I train my dogs at any time, or I'll work with them anytime. So I'll find ways to make time. But of course, if I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like that. Sometimes I feel like I ain't getting enough time with my dogs. So for me personally, like, that's the most challenging part for me, because, and then of course now I got a lot more dogs. So the individual attention is not as much either as when I had 1 or 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? Having 10 dogs at one time, trying to. I mean, if you spend an hour each dog, that's 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So splitting that time up, getting enough time in with each dog, that's the most challenging part for me.
Yeah, y'all both touched on it, man. That's the same thing for me. It's just a time, man. Like Brad, it's a time that you, like you said, it's a time that you lose, but also like Donte said, man, it's a time that you don't get to put in. So to me, like my dogs don't pay my bills. My dogs don't feed my family. My dogs don't do none of that. I'm not in that part of my program yet, so I still got to go to work every day. So every day I'm at work, that's time I'm missing away from my dog. So, and I feel like that's time that I'm losing from investing in what I want to do for the rest of my life versus what I got to do right now. So that's why I'm trying to fast forward the track, but ain't no really no fast forward. You got to take your time and grind it out and go through the process. But it's something that definitely eat at me every day. Like I can't be at home. I can't have too many dogs because I'm not home every day to give them the kind of attention they need. It's already rough coming home after the walk. 7 dogs, so.
Thanks.
So yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest things right now that I see as being the hardest part about being a breeder. But it's a lot more, man. It's the grind that goes into it when I have puppies. Like ain't no sleep that first week. Y'all both know that. Like both of y'all got puppies right now, so y'all both know that. Like ain't no sleep that first week. It's a grind. And then I mean clean up after them every day. Dogs can't be dirty. You can't have them in a dirty area. They don't clean up after themselves, so you got to put a lot of work in doing that. That's another challenging part about being a breeder. Shit, I mean it's a lot of things. I mean I know y'all got a lot more too, but I mean I think the toughest thing is like the stuff people don't see. Man, I think it's to a lot of people it's easy. It's puppy. It's pretty. Like all you doing is taking pictures of puppies. You playing with puppies all day. That's half the truth. That ain't even close to what it is, man. Them motherfuckers cry all night. They crawl up under their mama where they can get killed bad, and it's all kinds of shit that you can't just relax and enjoy the puppy. So it's a lot of shit that's challenging, man. I think the biggest thing though is the time that you lose away and the time that you lose from everything else too. So
yeah, well, definitely.
That's a big factor to me though.
That's right.
Anything else I want to add on that?
Did you see that? Did y'all either one of y'all see my my live the other day?
Which one?
I don't
think I caught it. I think
of the puppies that just pooped everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, that was your story, man. It was a story.
Yeah, my story. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you did that though. How you showed, like how you said, how you showed the folks. You know,
yes, I'm glad. I'm glad you started to do that, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, that's the one thing I think that any breeder would uh any breeder would want to know. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing, because dude, it's constant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it ain't. I don't think it's something they want to know. I think it's something they need to know, though, for sure.
Well, hey, I wish I would have known that before I started.
I mean, for sure. Like I mean, you kind of expect it if you thinking right up here, but most people think about the money, so they ain't thinking right up here. All they care about is the dollar sign behind the puppy. So they don't know all the hard work that go into it. Or shit, they might even pay somebody to do it for them. They ain't got to do it themselves. But that's a big thing. So, but yeah, I'm glad you showed that on your story, because that's definitely something that the people that we talking to right now, the young breeders, the ones that thinking about coming into the game or just starting into the game, or they got a puppy or they got a dog and they want to breed it but they don't know. Those are people we talking to. So those are people that need to know, like, that need to know everything that's going into it, and not just how much money you can make off a puppy and how you can build your name and how you can build a brand off of this shit. Like it's a lot more that go into it. It's gonna take a bunch of years to get to that. But yeah, Brad, I'm glad you did that, bro.
Yeah, man.
The next question is: have you ever considered mentoring a younger breeder or a new breeder? And if
Yeah.
you have, and to add on to that, if you have already started, if you don't mind just saying a kennel name or day name or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I got one guy who I consider our mentor right now. Shout out to Howard University. He started. Um, he been breeding dogs for since he was 15, but he didn't really know like how everybody kind of come into it. Just the details of what go into it a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know how to look at certain bloodlines or uh, what to look in to do research. Or when you look at pedigrees, seeing if you can contact these people, if these people still alive, or where they dogs at, where they reside at. Can you come see the dogs? Just different information that you can find out through breeders and stuff like that. He didn't really know that part of it. And we started talking probably like last February. And he just reached out to me based on what he's seen I was doing on my program. And so once he seen that, he reached out because he's from the area that I'm from. And we never had a relationship, but magically off the dogs, now we got a whole relationship, you know what I'm saying? So he took his program from where he was going with it to where it is now. And one thing about him, and one thing I can say when it comes to me and doing mentorship like that, like for him, I do everything for free because of how he came to me and the respect of how he did it. You know what I'm saying? He respected my time and he respected it enough to do the research after I gave him the information. That's the main part. That's when I was willing to give him the information. So that's one thing I want to say to younger breeders coming in. When somebody give you information and it's valuable, pay attention and then take that and do the research and then take it back to them and show them what you learned from that research to show that person that you're valuing their time and what they're telling you. And so that's why I always told them early on, like, oh, I ain't just telling you nothing for no reason. You're gonna go do your research as well as what I'm telling you. So when he would come back, he would say, "Hey,
Not to interrupt you real quick.
now you
How
good?"
many times? How many times has that young fella tuned into this live?
How many times had he tuned into this live? He
Yeah.
called me. He done called me after every live and say, "Hey, I watched until this point. I'm gonna go back and watch." He watched the second one in full. He watched the third one in full. He paid
Yeah, I
attention.
love
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I love that. I got people I mentor, and that's why I made that post. I got people I mentor, and they asking me questions and we answering in this live. Literally, like we answer the question in this live, and it's in my inbox, sitting in my inbox still right now unanswered because it's in the live. So
Facts.
why you not tuning in? But go ahead, bro. My bad. I had to
Nah, you
know.
good. That's a great point. Cause like you said, cause it would behoove him not to watch these lives. You know what I'm saying? To learn from what I'm already saying and putting out to the platform. So I like it because he able to see the same thing I'm telling him or been telling him is the same way I present it on the platform. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way. I don't have no distinction of how I'm telling him, so he knows that what I've been telling him is either accurate or false. You know what I'm saying? Or do I stand on what I believe in what I'm saying? So I like it for that reason because, like again, he's taking everything. He hear what I say, he hear what you say, he hear what Brad say. You know what I'm saying? Now he could take all our ideas and make his own idea of what he was already thinking or what I was already telling him. So he a real dog enthusiast, and that's how I like people like that. You can see them early. You know what I'm saying? Because he's willing to do the work. He's willing to spend the time to do the research. And I've had other people. That's what I was going to speak towards too. That I mentor, that I've helped create their brand from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? And now you don't see them with me because along the line they would do things like hear information I tell them, and then like you say, they'll go back and ask somebody else, and then come back and tell me the same exact thing I told them, like I never said it. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful to my time. You know what I'm saying? That's me
Yeah,
wasting my time. That's insulting my intelligence. So at that point, I know we're gonna have to split ways some way because I know that I'm just wasting my time, even though I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? That's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like you can go somewhere else and find the information, then why are you coming to me? Or like you're saying, why are you hitting me up and I'm giving you the resources to find out this information. You don't want to use them, but you rather use the easy route and just hit me up directly when I'm dropping a live. So I definitely understand that. But mentoring is one of those things that you just got to be careful about because, again, it goes back into the time. This could be time I could be spending on my dogs, the time that I'm consulting with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I mean, I'm in the boat, man, where I try like giving people information. Anybody that hit my inbox, I try to give them information. But as far as the mentor, only mentor I'm been doing it on this platform that we got right here. Because or let me change that. If somebody comes to me and they got a question from something they want to touch on from the video, then of course I'm gonna answer it. But if you got a question like that's something that's clearly in the video or something that could be in a future video and you haven't tuned into a video, I don't see no point in helping because it's basically you don't want to support me. You want to keep me in the closet and you want to get all the information you can get from me, and then you want to blow up and then you want to act like you ain't never used me. That's basically what you want to do. And I'm all for helping and building the community up, but we all got to be vulnerable. We all got to ask those questions. We all got to understand that we don't know it all. I don't know shit still. I still to this day don't know shit, but 3-4 years ago, I really didn't know shit. So, moving, like, opening my brain and wanting to learn and needing to learn taught me a lot. And a lot of people don't want to put that effort in. They just want the free answer. So, I got a lot of people in my inbox, man, that, like I said, they literally 2 days ago just asked me a question that I answered in this video. I ain't gonna say the question. I ain't gonna point nobody out because that ain't who I am. That ain't my job to do that. But they know who they are, and it ain't no hard feelings. It's just I'm not gonna waste my time. Like people charge for that shit, and I freely give it to you. And not only do I freely give it to you, you're my neighbor. So my market is your market. So with that being said, like I'm creating competition for myself by giving you the free information. Take it, pull it in, and then run with it. And then if you got any questions that extends off of the videos or that like even if somebody that's come to my videos comments, ask questions, likes the videos, let me know that you watched the video, then I don't have no problem answering no questions at all. Period. But as far as mentoring, I definitely want to take a couple of breathers under my wings. I want anonymous kennels to grow big, so we'll definitely be mentoring younger and new breeders. They ain't gotta be young, just they gotta have the right mindset and not just worried about the money. But we'll definitely be doing that in the future. I don't think I'm all the way there yet. I'm still learning myself, so I ain't gonna set nobody up for failure because I don't even know if I'm headed to success or failure, but shit, I'm heading there.
That's right.
What about you, Brad?
Honestly, I feel like I'm mentoring someone every day. My son, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's seen AIs done. He's seen TCIs done. I mean, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when everything that I do, I have him help me do it. So that way he knows exactly, and I explain it to him, and you know exactly what I'm doing. Where'd y'all go?
We're here, bro. Go ahead, keep talking. When you talk about yourself, we're gonna.
I was like, what's going on? But yeah, so I mean, on top of that though, my neighbors, they got friends that come over and they always want to see the dogs that I got and stuff like that, and it's more and more that I see them, you know, every few days or every week or whatnot. They ask me more and more questions, Hey, what are you doing with your dogs? When are your dogs due? How do you know this and that? And I'm trying to explain to him like, you know, yeah, it's fun and stuff, but there's a lot that goes into it. You know, some of them have watched our lives and stuff like that, and have started asking me more and more questions. So it's
So,
pretty cool to be able to explain to them stuff. So, I mean, some stuff like I heard you say, I don't know everything. No one knows everything, but I'm learning as I go, and the more and more I learn, the more and more you know feedback to them I can give on my experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, like that's the whole point. It's not for me, just for the new breeders and to the younger people. It's for us
Yeah,
too. Shit, we every time I come on here, I'm learning something from y'all. So we definitely supposed to learn from each other too. That's the whole point of this too. So they just get to see it. They get to watch it play out, watch us learn, watch us be young and dumb, and then become the OGs and understand they can come back and say this is where we started and this is where we got to. So
for sure.
I just need y'all boys to keep being a positive influence. Don't go out here and do no fuck shit.
fact.
Nah, but yeah, we gonna get on to the next one, y'all. So top 5 things a new breeder should know before getting into the bully game. Who wanna run with
Okay. Uh, Top five off my head.
that? I know
Freestyle. Okay.
I ain't get on your question. We just again. Just
Say that
I'll
one more
just
throw
time.
know
You
one
this
in there. I'll throw one in there. Patience.
fact.
patient. We're gonna put number one is patient. And we're gonna expand on that. We're gonna talk about that. So you got the first one, patient. What you think, Donte? What you think number two is?
Number two, along with patience, you gotta have the mindset,
Mindset.
mentality, and mindset to want to do it better.
Three, I'm gonna say integrity.
Facts.
I got another one.
What is it?
I say the breed.
I'm gonna put respect the breed.
Learn to breed.
That's part of respecting the breed. You can't respect something if you don't take the time to learn and jump into it. So,
Yeah.
or just jump into it. And then five,
You
patient,
gotta say the
mind,
money, bro.
Shh.
patient, mindset, integrity, respect the breed, and the money.
I feel like we gotta do the money so we don't confuse these folks on what it is too. You know what I'm saying? Like you said in one of the other lives, like it's not all about the money when it comes to like when you paying for certain pets and stuff like that, but more into like what goes into as far as like the vet fees and
Oh yeah,
things like that, travel
I feel you.
expenses,
Yeah, I
stuff.
definitely feel you. All right, we're gonna start from there. We're gonna start from the bottom up. We're gonna start from the money side of it. So I think so. Five top things they should know. So about the money, like Dante said, it's more so. It's not about the money you can make. It's about the money you're gonna spend. And to me, the first thing you're gonna spend money on is shots. That's gonna come out your pocket. Then you gotta get the dewormer. Um, if you really care about the dog, you go get the heartworm test. Um, so it's gonna be all that's gonna come up like in the very beginning. Then you gotta think about food. You gotta feed the dog yearly, not daily. Not it's daily, but it's yearly. You gotta feed them all year long, every day, for 365 days a year. So you take into account that, that's another, let's say, minimum $1,200 a year on dog food. Um, and then I mean, it's a lot of shit. It never stops when it comes to dogs. It's just like kids. Like Dante said, it ain't about the money that you bring it in. It's gonna cost you a lot of money too. And then also, you can't expect to go spend $500 on a dog and then make $10,000. It don't work that way. So So you do gotta pay for that quality. Quality. You do gotta drop a little bag in order to make a bag. But that don't mean you gotta go chase the cloud, follow what everybody else is doing. That just means you gotta actually do some research, find out what it is, your vision, and what you want to do in the bully game, and spend that money on what it's gonna cost you to get that dog or to get some of that offspring. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and expand on that. Whichever one y'all want to go first.
I'll take it
I
off.
would say, go ahead, bro.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I would throw in there too. Don't don't chase names. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about in one of the last episodes that we did. Don't just think you gotta go off of a dog that's everybody knows and that everybody's going for. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because you can get there. I mean, there's plenty of dogs that out there that aren't well known that are just monsters, bro. That have everything that you yourself are looking for in a dog, and not a lot of people know about them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
People think they gonna get that big name and they gonna ride that coattail, and it don't work like that. You gotta. I mean, that's half the work. The stud did half the work for you. He did his
Yeah.
half the work. It still don't. They don't. That's not gonna sell all your puppies though. Go ahead, Donte.
Uh, just to add on to what you guys are already saying. Um, I think you should treat it as a business when you're thinking about the money. So with any other business, you don't like. Let's say you start a franchise. McDonald's, Subway, Marathon, 7-Eleven, any type of franchise. It's gonna be a franchise fee. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay an initial price up front. And it's not going to be a cheap price. It's going to be a price that the other franchisors had to pay to get into be an owner of the franchise as well. Uh, and typically, it's like a percentage. It's like 25% of the initial plan. So you should think about the bullies the exact same way. Um, Therefore, I feel like if you come in with some money saved up, expecting to to spend a little bit of money, it's a lot easier for you, and then you won't find yourself in places where you're trying to make the money up, and that's when you find people just doing breedings that really don't benefit them because they're just trying to make the money fast. So they're just trying to find the best stud around, the best female around to get that money quick because they didn't start off the correct way or they didn't come in with enough money, and now they're trying to make up for the scraps that they lost. When actually you can go ahead and save you up, let's just say a good $5,000. You save up $5,000, I promise you, you can buy about two or three good quality dogs and to your vision and put them on your program and start off with something nice. It might not be the best, it might not, but it's definitely not gonna be the worst. You know what I'm saying? And then like Mike said earlier, don't buy a dog at $500, $1,000, and just expect in the next year you're gonna have $15,000 puppies. It just doesn't work like that. A lot of the market is really yourself marketing those dogs. That's where a lot of your price really comes from. People don't really understand that. It's the marketing you do with that dog and the time that you spent marketing that dog over time. That's where you build your price at, not just because of the dog. So you can't have the dog not show anybody, and then I think Brad said it one time before too. Every 6 months, just pop out with a dog every time she or he has pups on the ground. That's not really marketing your dog. That's just letting people know you got puppies. You know what I'm saying? You got to really show your dog. You got to show what he can do. You got to show why you decided to buy this dog. And I feel like if you take the time and, like I say, save up your money and invest it, you're more likely to think of yourself as a business. And then you'll say, hey, I want to market my business because I know I need to do this to make the dollars that I'm trying to make out of this. And it just calls for a lot of half stepping being missed. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do a lot of half stepping doing it that way, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Yeah, it ain't no shortcuts, man. It ain't no cheat code. It's a grind. Um, you gonna spend money. You gonna make money. You gonna spend more than you make. If you do it the right way, you put the time in, eventually it's gonna pay you back. But if that's your whole goal, that's your whole mindset, you're gonna get out before you can even make your money back. That's gonna take a while. It ain't no cheat. It ain't no shortcut. So,
Hey, hold on, Mike.
you,
You got a fan on?
I think that's Brad.
One of y'all fan in the back. Keep picking up on the audio.
No, I've been hearing that the whole time. It sounded like typing to me.
Oh, you been hearing it too? Or what?
You don't hear it no more, do you?
Mm-mm.
It's Brad. I just muted it.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. You good now?
Back.
Yeah. So I'm muted. He good now. But yeah. So yeah, ain't no shortcuts, y'all, man. It's a grind. But like I said, if you take your time, you do it the right way. You build your own blood. You keep working that blood. You start seeing real consistent dogs, consistent pups. You producing a look of your own. Then that's the only way you're gonna take off. That's the only way they gonna notice. That's the only way you're gonna become these new household names like Boston and Pro Bulls and fucking Razor Edge, the original. Like y'all, like that's the only way it's gonna take off. So Gotti line, like that's the only way you're gonna get to that. The Rendy line. I mean, it go on forever. Shit, like it's a lot of dogs that started their own line, but I'm not one of the people that want to do it off of one dog. I want to do it off multiple dogs, and I want to have a consistent look that's gonna last generation after generation. So it's gonna take me a while to do what I'm trying to do, and I'm prepared for that, and I understand what I'm gonna lose in the process and what I'm gonna gain. So the next thing we thought y'all should know was to respect the breed, and to me that's the most important. That's what I live by for real. Because to me, like, this, if you relying on something to pay you, ain't you gonna get at the most respect? You go into your job and you see your boss. Who gets the most respect in your job? Your boss. Who gets the most respect in your house? Your wife. Who get the most respect in your life? God. You always gonna respect the thing that pay you and the thing that benefits you the most. So the breed to me is something that needs to be respected, and I think that's the thing that's most disrespected in the community right now. And I feel like that was the main reason for me wanting to start this live and start this platform, because
What do you need?
to me it's a lot of young dudes that could really change the way people view us and change the way the community is heading and the mindset of the community. But it takes people really bringing it to light, and I feel like that's what is most important right now. Like I think the dog is, people don't really respect the dog. They respect what the dog can give them, which is money. So I feel like people need to go learn the history about this dog, learn where it came from, learn all about how it wasn't accepted at first. Us as minorities really should respect this breed more than anybody, because this breed got the same story as us. Like it don't matter, no matter how you look at it, it's the same exact story as us, and it's still to this day it's still discriminated the same way as it is as we are. So I feel like that's the most important topic that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about that a lot. Probably every week we're gonna say something about respecting the breed, because it needs to be hammered into everybody's head.
That's right. I definitely agree with everything you said. I also believe, I'm also a firm believer in respecting the breed, and that's why, like you said, I hammer research into people's heads, because the more research you do, the more you want to respect it, the more you fall into respecting the breed. Because once you learn, like you say, especially as a minority, like how the media plays with the bully breed, how the average person that dog now thinks of the bully breed. You know what I'm saying? You understand that, oh, like you said, it's just like us. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of demeanor. It's the same reactions when you say something to somebody. It's the same confusion. Um, and I feel like all that can be cleaned up, like you say, with people respecting the breed, with people taking the time to do the research to learn what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to always respect the breed.
Yes, sir.
And I think the more people do their research on this dog, then they'll come to understand that these dogs are, they're all about making their owner happy and doing what their owners ask them to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can. That's what I try to tell some people. They talk about, well, you think somebody gonna pay all this money and then just throw out a dog? No, it's not gonna work like that. I mean, people that I've met, ain't nobody gonna pay a bunch of money and throw out that dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't take the time, like y'all both said. Do they research? And if they did, then they just want to make that quick money. But when they find out they can't, then they're like, well, oh man, what do I do now? But if you sit there and do your research, then you'll come to know that these dogs are awesome companion dogs, the best companion dogs, and they want to do everything that you ask them to do. And that's what I want people to understand.
Yeah, and I think that's what we mean by it's the it's the same as minorities in this country. Like a lot of people look at a minority. I'm not just gonna say black men because it's not just black men. It's Mexican men. It's Indian men. It's women too. It's not just men. When I say men, I'm talking men and women. But they'll look at a person, see that skin, see that pain on their face that they've been dealing with for years, that strength in their face that we hold every single day, and they'll get scared of that, and they'll say he got an attitude, or he crazy, or she crazy, he got an attitude. Uh, they'll see that dog with that big head, that build, that that them cropped ears, like, and they'll say that's a killer, that's a man biter, that's a it's just a crazy dog. It's a dog that shouldn't be alive. And to me, like, it's the same. It falls in the same walk. Like, you don't know that man. You don't know what that man been through. You don't know what type of a day that man just had. You don't know if that man just got fired. You don't know if he just lost a parent. You don't know why his face looked like that. You don't want to understand that. So you push it to the side and say, that's just a crazy nigga. Or that's just a crazy Mexican. And then same thing with the dog. You don't know that dog. You ain't never seen that dog. All you know is what you see in the media. That's a man eater. That dog look crazy. That dog too big. Got them spikes on his neck. What the fuck wrong with that dog? Like, you shouldn't have that in public. But you don't know this dog. This dog will lick the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
This dog will play with your baby. Like, but that's just a misconception of the breed. And that's a part of going into respecting the breed. People understand and taking the time to understand that this dog was the bully breed was bred to be a companion dog. It was bred for a structure and a look, and then his main job was to be a companion pet. This dog isn't even the pit bull has never been a man biter. You can create anything to be a man biter.
Mm-hmm.
You can create humans to kill humans. Like you can, we got the army. We train humans to kill humans. So you can train a dog to kill a human. They don't have the same mindset because they only know what they're trained to do. So I say that to say
You can even train a wiener dog to bite.
Exactly. You can train anything. If you look up the percentage of the dog it's nothing. Exactly. He just got bit by some bullshit. I just thought about that. But yeah, man. The pit bull was never supposed to be a man biter. It never was a man biter. Like I said in the previous live, those dogs used to be in the pit fighting each other. if they was to ever turn and bite a handler or turn and bite a ref, it would have been tragic for anybody in that show. So that was one thing they made sure that they wasn't. So people to think it's a man biter is crazy to me. And then our dog stem from the Amstaff and the Pit Bull Terrier, which neither one of them are man biters. So and both of them are great companions. So I just don't understand why people can't grasp that, but they don't want to grasp that they always had this pit bull mindset. So
Right, it's just ignorance because even game dogs, they're not they're not trained to bite people. they're
no,
it's dog on dog attack. So like it's just the ignorance of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The research will tell you that because to like how you say, to whatever belief you go down, it still doesn't lead to what the media uh, perception puts out about the actual breed of what it really is. You know what I'm saying?
we got a comment. FYP Knox says, shout out to the breeders shout out to the breeders in here. Keep doing y'all thing. Make sure y'all check out FYP Knox on YouTube. That's my homeboy, man. I appreciate you tuning in, bro.
That's right. Check out FYP Knox.
Yeah, he got some dope music, bro. I ain't no cap. He definitely doing his thing. I wish
Say
he was
less.
on solo, but he did. But yeah, man, it's a lot of ignorance. But that's the human mindset. So ain't no way to get around that. But us as breeders, we need to push other young breeders and people that want to get into this breed to respect it and understand it and encourage them to get out and give that knowledge out and show what their dogs are and show that that this is a good breed and that they do well around other people and around other dogs and just show them what it is, man. Don't let them keep having that mindset that's a pit bull. Don't try to make your dog look tough and people can't pet him and shit like that. Like make this breed get this breed known and let these people know that it ain't what they think it is.
But
So yeah. Then number 3 we had integrity. I'll let one of y'all touch on that first.
all right. As far as integrity, I feel like integrity is something you should always have, whether you're in a bully game or just in life period. You should always keep your integrity. Uh, but specifically in the bully game, I mean, your word is your bond. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody can't trust you, or your face card being you just got a bad face card for whatever reason. Hopefully, it's not from scamming people or producing dogs and the dogs not being the quality that you're selling them or that you're saying you're selling them at. You just always want to keep your integrity and tell people the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I kind of see, like y'all told me the last show, like those people don't last. The ones that don't have the integrity. You know what I'm saying? They fall off. It might not be in the first year or the second year or the third year, but eventually they'll fall off because everything they done that was not honorable, it'll come back to bite them. You know what I'm saying? I have seen that. So one thing I can say is I always keep your integrity. I think that's one thing with my business and with Game Changer that we spread it so quickly is because of the integrity. You know what I'm saying? I keep it on the forefront. No gimmicks, no scams, all good business. To ensure like moving forward, if you're doing business with me, you can ensure that I'm gonna be doing it with the highest grade of integrity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that I really stand on. That's something that I really believe, and I feel like people feel that energy and it reciprocates. So like a lot of people come to me and they're very transparent about what they're trying to do. So I feel like keeping your integrity get you a long way in this game for sure.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. What about you, Brad? What you think, Brad?
Uh, I guess to touch on what kind of what Donte was saying, you have to keep it because a lot of people. What I've seen from being in this game is if you really stop and look more into it, this is a big old family, bro. It's not just meeting people and breeding dogs. This when you start really getting into it and looking into it, this is a really big family. Is exactly what it is. And so if you stand on your word and keep your integrity, then you're going to get more closer and closer into that family, and you're going to know that, hey, if you need something, hey, I can call this person, or you need something over here, hey, I can call this person. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is going to be willing and able to help you, but you got to be truthful, and you got to keep your integrity, or nobody's going to want to help you. You see in some of these groups, all these scammers and stuff like that. That's why they get deleted and they're gone, because this is a family. It's not just a, hey, get in here, breed dogs, and let's go. It's family.
So I think it should. I think it really should have been integrity and accountability, because what y'all saying is, to me, all accountability. People gonna hold you accountable for what you say and what you do. So
Yeah.
I think as far as integrity, I think that's gonna be more so what you do when nobody's looking, what you do when as far as like y'all said, keeping your word. But to me, it's like it takes a lot of integrity to get up every day, feed these dogs the right way, clean up that shit, make sure they in good areas, make sure they're getting clean water, make sure they bathe, they're clean. Just taking care of your dogs. It takes a lot of integrity to that. It takes a lot of integrity to spend that vacation money on them shots. Spend that vacation money on that C-section. Like, to me, it's gonna be the shit that ain't nobody gonna see. That ain't nobody ever gonna hold you accountable for. That's gonna show your integrity. I ain't gonna judge you off of what you tell me. I ain't even gonna judge you off of what you show me. I'm gonna judge you off what you do when I ain't around, and I hear from somebody else that your dog's living in shitty cages, or you post that video, but you ain't teaching your background, and your background got shit everywhere. That's what I'm gonna hold you accountable for. I'm gonna look at that, and I'm gonna judge your integrity off of that, because you can tell me anything. You can post a picture with them, or you can hurry up and clean up some shit and make it look good when I'm coming over to feed the dog. Like, that's what I don't really fall for the social media shit. I don't fall for the word, because I know what it is. A lot of people can say a lot of shit, but when it comes time, they ain't gonna be putting in that work. So that goes back to that mentorship and that taking somebody under your wing. Because to me, I'm gonna scold you. I'm gonna look at how you live your everyday life before I even think about bringing you under my wing. Because you represent me. You represent Anonymous Kennels, and anything you do, say, is gonna fall under me. And well, if I want my shit fucked up, I'll fuck it up myself. I don't need nobody else to do that. So yeah, that's what I feel on that topic right there. Number 2 was mindset, and mindset falls to me is the same as integrity. Like, your mindset got to be about the future, the present, and the past. Because the past, to me, your mindset, you gotta respect what the people in the past did. You gotta understand your role in the present, and then you gotta understand how you gonna push this forward, create something better for the future. So, to me, mindset can't be focused on just what you're doing right now. You gotta focus on what came before you. You gotta understand that there's a lot of hard work that came before you. And a lot of people did a lot of hard shit to get to where we at now to make it easy for us. Because for us now, all we gotta do is log on to an app and see 1,000 fucking dogs and pick which one we want to breed to. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. They had to go call people, send pictures through the mail, drive 5,000 miles to go see a damn dog. Like, it's it's easier for us now because of what they created and the way they built this breed up. So I think you got to be.
I'm gonna roll up my horse and buggy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you gotta be. Your mindset got to be focused on the past, the present, and the future if you want to succeed. One of y'all can go.
Go ahead, Donte.
So for me, mindset is like all of these top 5 things combined together, along with some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset is, how you say, what you want to do in the future. Your mindset is what's gonna take you far, because if you don't come in with the right mindset, you're gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to come in with your own mindset without any research, without doing things and just thinking about the money. It's easy to do that, but acquire the knowledge, and then apply the knowledge to your mindset. I can say one thing with me is my mindset has changed over the time since I started breeding. You know what I'm saying? Because of the more stuff that I learned. So it changes my mindset and how I want to move forward. At the very beginning, I was breeding for little qualities and things I wanted. I was breeding for color. I was breeding because I wanted all the pups to have white feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, a year later, I realized like it's more into the breeding process, into breeding quality, into breeding dogs that's gonna be what I want them to actually be. I can't look into the smaller things like that. You got to change your mindset, and then again, mindset changed again once you get the quality of dog you want, and it meets your expectations. Because it's like, well, how do I continue to get this consistently? You know what I'm saying? So your mindset should continue to evolve. That's one thing I do want to say. Never let your mindset sit idle. Don't never let your mindset where it's at say, okay, this is enough, because it's always gonna be more to learn. That should evolve your mindset from where it is at whatever moment that you're in. So that's what I can speak towards when I think of mindset.
What about you, Brad?
So I would say my mindset has completely changed in the time that I've been in this. When I came in, I was probably like any other breeder. I just want to make some money, and then the longer that I've been into it and done my research and learned and stuff, my mindset more now is I think about where I want to be in 20 years with my program and where I started. That's my mindset, because I mean, I have been breeding a while, and I started in I mean, I know you, Mike, started in an apartment. I'm still in my duplex doing it, but I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to get more property for me, and not only for me but for my dogs too. I want my dogs to be able to run around more freely than me having to okay, dog, it's your turn to go outside for a few hours. Okay, I got to put you up. Okay, here, it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? I don't like having to do that. uh and I don't, I mean, I know the dogs, because they are people person dog, they're totally fine with it. They're like, okay, I want you want to put me inside, fine. But I don't like doing that per se. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, that dog to feel free. You know what I'm saying? To not have to worry about, hey, I got to go up and I just see myself, the dogs talking like us humans do. Say, bro, I got to go up. I'm gonna be put up in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We better get our plan in while we can. I don't like that. You know.
Yeah, I definitely feel you, bro. That's why I say that's what I say. That goes back to that. What were we talking about? What was the title?
Not giving enough time to our dogs.
Exactly. That goes back to that, man. Because that's how I feel when I'm at work and my dog's got to stay at home for 8 hours by themselves. Like, that bothers me, man. But in order for them to eat, in order for me to properly take care of them, that's what I got to do right now. That's not something that's always gonna be that way, but having that mindset to understand that that's not right, and to understand that you want to do better, that's what's important. So Donte, I like that quote, man. I like that. Don't ever let your mindset.
Oh yeah, I like how you put that at the bottom of the screen. That's hard.
Yeah, I really do like that. That's like I said, I learn something new every day, and that's a good quote, man. I definitely gonna hold on to that one.
Facts. Appreciate that.
So we got 3 more questions. We pushing our hour already, so we gonna try to speed roll, y'all. We ain't no rush. You already know we ain't no rush. We always over, but we gonna try to get through them. We got a lot of questions left. So I got 4 questions in our 2 words, and then I got another thing I threw in for the videos now since we can do more with them. But we gonna now I'm seeing how we get into these questions. I'm gonna cut these questions down. I don't need to have so many questions. So, cause I like the way y'all talking. I like the way we expanded on it and we going deep into it and
facts.
Really giving our full opinions on it. So, we're gonna give a quick opinion on this. How many dogs is too many for one man to take care of? And I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you start that off, Brad. I want to hear your opinion on that.
I mean, honestly, I can't put a number on that because I've had 15 dogs at one time. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody was to knock on my door and say, "Hey, man, I can't take care of this dog," I'm gonna take the next dog. You know what I'm saying? I've become I feel like I'm more of a whatchamacallit than anything now. You know, a dog kennel. People be just calling me now. Hey man, I found this dog. Bring him over. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's more so like what's too many dogs, but because I always feel like I mean I want to help all the dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset. And when I think about that, it's I think about too. Okay, well, it's not just me; it's my son too. You know, he may be 6, but I think about that too. Okay, well, he can take a few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So to me, it was more so. How many is it? How many is like too much for one man to take care of? So you can have all those dogs, but how many of those dogs are you able to
give equal amounts of love to and everything? Yeah. If I were to put a number on it, then I'd say 7, man.
Yeah.
7 is what I have now and what I've had for a while now. And I feel like I'm able to spend equal parts time with each one, you know what I'm saying, individually, and them still not think, okay, well, he's not giving me enough time, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. To me, I'm gonna go ahead and give mine real quick. To me, it depends on the hours you have in the day. If you have to go to work and work a 9 to 5, I agree with Brad. I think 7 is probably like the max you can do. If you got all your hours in the day, to me, I wouldn't push no more than 12 because it's a lot of work that go into that. You got to think you got 12 dogs. That's 24 shifts a day at minimum. So if you're ready to pick up 24 shifts a day, if you're ready to feed 24 times a day or 12 times a day, however you feed, if you're ready to pay for 24 shots in a year, if you're ready, or 12 shots in a year, it's like it's a lot of things that go into that. To me, I feel like my number to me is 10. That's where I feel comfortable at. That's where I feel like I'm heading in the right direction, and I got enough breed stock. I got enough things I can work with in my camp, and I don't have too much going on to where I'm oversaturated. I'm not focusing on one thing. I don't have a certain vision on my yard. I got things right now. Everything is a piece. Everything is a piece of the puzzle. I got a dog to clean up shit. I got a dog to clean up my yard. As far as if I got something that falls off east, west, high, rear, I got something to clean that up. If I got something that's going on the skinnier side, I got something to beef that up. If I got something that's lacking the mass, lacking the head side, I got something to add that on. So, to me, what I built, the way I want to build my yard around is I want to be able to pull shit that I need from my own yard and not have to outcross until I'm ready to outcross. So that's where I'm at with it. And I feel like as far as how many you can have, I think that's gonna be up to the person and their circumstances.
That's right. I definitely agree with that. That's why that's kind of how my answer is gonna go too. I feel like it depends on your situation. Um, Again, if you got an apartment, it's gonna be only so many dollars you can have. If you got a house in the city limits, it's only gonna be so many dollars you can have. If you're out in the country, of course you can have a lot more dogs. So I've had to experience each one of them. And for me personally, for what I like to do, of course, the country is better for me. Um, and in the country, honestly, like if it's just me by myself, uh, I feel like, and if I raise all those dogs, at least from a puppy on up, me personally, I can have up to probably like just seeing probably like 20 plus dogs. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I got like 10 on the yard, and that's just what I got on the yard now. But I've had more than that on the yard at one time, and it's for me, it's not hard because I'm big on dog psychology, so I look into a lot of certain things, and I lead my yard like a pack would. You know what I'm saying? So I play into that a lot to where it makes it easier for me. But like you say, the next man might not know the information to do it as easy, and things might be a little harder. Now, when it comes to like spending time with that dog, me personally, now that having multiple dogs, I feel like having, for me, one dog is enough for me to take care of because really, for what I want to do with a dog, I haven't been able to do that with any other dog time wise, except with my first dog when I only had one dog. You know what I'm saying? It was different. I was able to walk 3-4 hours, 9 miles, uh, test the endurance of the dog, do different activities, just focusing a lot differently. You know what I'm saying? So that's me personally, but like I say, I kind of lead my pack. I leave my yard like a pack. So a lot of what I lack in, the dogs pick up in around the yard when it comes to socialization and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as on the breeding side, it's kind of to like what Mike was saying too, as far as like wanting to have different things to pick from. So in the last episode when we were speaking on kennel partners, that's why I do have my uncle who's able to have 5 dogs currently. That's why I'm able to have my personal partner have 4 dogs at his house, and then we just added somebody else, so he has a XL at his house. So then now we're totaling about 20 to 25 dogs, but not all of them are on my yard at one time. So it makes it easier, but all the dogs are still game changing. You know what I'm saying? All the dogs fall under the same umbrella. All the dogs fall under the same mindset, the same similar visions. I'm not gonna say the same visions, but similar visions. So it makes it easy to say, hey, uh, this female coming in heat, or this female coming in heat, I need to take her off my yard and put her there because these two females don't get along. Or I got a male that's showing very territorial signs. I need to send him to your house because you don't have this issue. And this male might do better around your dogs. It's easy to make your situation easier. So that's why I say, depending on your situation, it's probably going to depend on how many dogs is too much for me.
All right, yeah, I appreciate that on the topic. It's definitely important to be able to build your yard to where it's beneficial, where everything in your yard is beneficial to you. Not just picking dogs because, oh, that's a nice color, or, oh, he got a big head, or, I mean, the big head thing is cool if that's something that's just you chasing, but you gotta start looking at it overall and understanding like what it can do for my program and what's your purpose here. If a dog doesn't have a purpose in your program, it shouldn't be in your program. So everything I have currently, it has a purpose, and some of them purpose won't come for 4 or 5 years from now, but every one of them have a purpose. So that's super important to me. The next question. Oh, my bad, Brad. Your shit was dinging over there. The next question is how important is it to exercise the bully? And I'll let you start with that, Donte.
All right. Well, I feel like if you're in the Excel standard class, you should be trying to get exercise in every day. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got pockets and everything smaller. Probably gonna be harder to get exercise in with those type of breeds because of their construct, how they built. You know what I'm saying? Not really their body, but their muscles and how they receive air, the air intake, and all type of stuff like that. You want to be considerate of those type of things because they could cause your dog to stress more than it needs to stress when everything like that is not working correctly, when there's not enough oxygen getting to the heart, when there's not enough blood flow getting to the body. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
It
mean
can
to
cause
cut you off
problems.
there. I don't mean to cut you off there, but this is all the new breeders and all the young breeders. If you breed XL, standard, pocket, or classic, not classic, pocket,
Exotic.
XL, standard, not even exotic. But if you go breed exotic, no matter what the dog size is, all the dogs should have the same head, same shaped muzzle, and they should be able to breathe the same exact way because that's what the standard is written for. The standard states that their head should be shaped this way, it should have a drop this way, it should have a muzzle this way. It doesn't state that it should be smashed in. It shouldn't be a bulldog. It shouldn't have problems with breathing. That's not what the dog is. So if we're talking to the exotic community, I understand, but because y'all are still focused on what y'all trying to do. But as far as the bully breed, you should be able to work every single one of them the same way. Because the standards, they should all be able to breathe. They should all have that same head. They shouldn't have no smash, no muzzle. It shouldn't be no long muzzle, but it shouldn't be no smash muzzle either. So
Yeah.
But go ahead, Donte. My bad, bro. I just wanted to clear this up.
You're good. You're good. But you should definitely exercise your bully. I feel like every day. You know what I'm saying? 15 to 30 minutes every day. Whether that's like them just chasing a toy or on a long walk. But over time, 15 to 30 minutes a day suffice for a lot of mishaps. You know what I'm saying? You just want to make sure that your dog joints are working properly. That you don't have them cooped up in a kennel, and then the one time they do go on a walk, you see they start limping because they done hurt their ankle or they done hurt their paw because they're not used to it. They didn't jumping around too hard.
You know that boy got XL. We said 15 to 30 minutes. We got the bodybuilders. That's all we need. 15 to 30.
Facts.
Hey, bodybuilders don't go in there and work out for 6 hours. Them motherfuckers go in there 30 minutes to an hour, hit that the most power they can get and get up out of there.
Exactly. My best tool I like is the flirt pole. You know what I'm saying? That flirt pole you can get real active with a flirt pole if your dog has real high prey drive. You know what I'm saying? For a dog that just doesn't have as much prey drive, your longer walks are better for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna naturally just gonna be able to use their joints and their muscles and their bones. And you know, you just like you said, it's like a bodybuilder. They go in and they get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Their flirt pole gets the job done. The long walks, they get the job done. So about 15 to 30 minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? Much longer if possible, but at least at minimum 15 to 30 minutes of just all out, just exercise. Where you add in a weight vest or something like that too.
Brad, did you do something, bro? Your stuff started echoing.
You what?
You good now? Okay. You want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah. I mean, with me, I always do because I do have so many dogs, and some of them, like I said, don't get along. I like to do morning and evening time, at least 15, 20 minutes with mine. They mostly all my dogs, they love to play fetch or pull on something that's hanging from the tree or something. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do it in the morning time when it's cooler, and then in the evening time when it's cooling off. Because like you say, I don't want to have my 60, 70-pound dog out there in the heat, especially like today when it's 95 and the dogs aren't totally used to that right away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You in Texas, man, you gotta deal with that heat. So I definitely feel you.
Yeah.
I used to hate trying to work my dogs out because you can't push them a little too hard, and even on a walk, you can push them too hard. If it's hot down there in Texas, I used to have that problem, and you can get halfway through your walks and your dog starts to fucking overheat because it's
Yeah.
106 degrees outside. So you definitely gotta be
Facts.
careful, man.
I agree with that, and I also feel like if you know what you're doing, you find out what your dog is made of in times like that as well. So when
For
I
sure.
stayed in Texas, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
No, you good. What I was gonna say was when I stayed in Texas, like you said, I try to hit early morning, and by 12 o'clock, it was already kind of too hot to really be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the thing is, with some of my dogs, what I realized was they really wasn't bothered by the heat. It was amazing because one of them was a Rottweiler, and he has a black coat. But I can literally have him outside in the heat, and sometimes like he'll just be comfortable. He'll be normal because whatever it is about him, he was just built for that. You know what I'm saying? So you can sometimes, like I say, I started off slow to kind of see how he would take to it, and then I started saying like, oh, he really not bothered by it. And he really can keep up the same stamina. He doesn't act different. His water intake is the same. It's not like when we get home he was drinking an excessive amount of water. He's doing the same. So it made me realize like, oh, okay, like you say, 95, 100 degrees is bearable for him. Now, I wouldn't just be out there every day, just out there in 195-degree weather. But I'm knowing now I can put him on the later end of my walk. I can walk three other dogs before him because I know once it gets hotter, he's not gonna act different. He's not gonna move differently because of it. So it's just things to watch. But I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like you got to be careful of that.
Was it were you walking on a harness or a collar?
I never use a harness. I always use a collar, and it's always a choke collar. I never use a collar that you can't retract because of the way like I say, the way I do the pack leadership. So with a harness, a lot of times with the bullies, most of their muscles in the chest, in the shoulder area, and the neck. That dog doesn't know how to walk correctly. That dog is just gonna pull you, and the harness is set up in a similar fashion to pull, like as if they were on a snow sled or something. So that dog mentally is already thinking they should pull. So I never use a harness. I don't, like I said, I don't use a cloth collar or a nylon collar because it's hard to gain control with that. If I pull a dog up with that nylon collar, they just gonna get yanked up. They're not gonna get any correction
Let me,
behind them.
let me jump in real quick because you just said exactly what I was getting into in my point.
Okay.
So my exercise on my walk could be a normal walk, but I always use a harness because of what you just said, that they pull. So to me, the whole time they're walking, they're getting resistance, which is putting extra force on their shoulders and on their front. So I'll always give them some pull back and make it look like they're pulling me when they're not really pulling me, but I'm pulling back so
Right.
that they can get some resistance. So um, I definitely feel like that's a tool that you can use, and that's why I said my dogs would be overheating halfway through the walk. It's because it's not a
Fact.
normal walk. You're getting some resistance. You're getting tugged on. And I also asked about the collar because if it is in that heat and that collar is pulling on your neck, it is kind of hard to get air in, and that heat does get to you quicker. So um, I like the harness because I like the me being able to put work on them as we're walking and not just walking. Um, and then I also while we walk, I have this hill that we go up. So we'll walk up a hill, and then on our way home, we can walk straight on top of this hill, but there's a side that goes down. So what I'll do is I'll give them 5 reps. We'll go up and down. So I'll run up real fast with them, and then come down control with them, and then come back up, and we'll do that 5 times. All it takes is 5 times. Cause like we said, movies are XL. My XL, I breed XL, and XLs are big body builders. So it don't take a lot of reps. It don't take trying to shred them to see that muscle tone and all that, or what you want to see pop out. It takes continuous repetitions every day. Like, not continuous, consistent repetitions every day. So, putting in that work every day, taking just that little walk, doing the run on the hill, that's gonna be enough to start seeing results. You should see results within a week with dogs because they drop weight so fast and they pick up weight so easy. So that's my method when I'm just walking. When I'm trying to drop a lot of weight and I'm trying to build up the joints and the muscles and trying to get my dogs agile and get them back in shape, I'll do what you said, like a flirt pole, or I'll take a stick. Like if you see in my last video, I'll take a stick and use it the same as a flirt pole, and I'll work my dogs out for 2 minutes like that. And 2 minutes is 2 minutes is a long time to be running in a circle at full speed, trying to catch something. So I'll definitely do that. Another thing we about to get into, we about to get a slant meal. That'll be here this summer. So I'm trying to get that really because I know the older dogs are gonna be a lot harder trying to get them to learn. But we're gonna get on the slant meal. We're gonna see what we can do with that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for the workout. The walk, the heels, the flirt pole. If you got a spring pole, get a spring pole. I don't got no tree in my backyard, so we gotta build one. Just if you're trying to build muscle, just know that you don't have to do a lot of reps. You have to do high energy, uh, explosive reps for a short amount of time, and that'll help them a lot more than having them uh, running 10 miles and walking 10 miles and I don't know what all that. This next question, man, I don't even know if I want to do it because it's gonna take us a long time to get to that. I'm gonna save that. I'll save that, and we'll talk about that. We'll start the next show off with that. I'm gonna start with the question is, so y'all can understand what we're gonna be talking about next time. Next time we're gonna be talking about what is the difference between breed type and breed standard, and that's going we're gonna go into depth on that. And I know we can talk about that for a long time, so we're gonna save that one. But we're gonna skip ahead to this one, and then after that we got our two questions, and then I'm gonna show y'all something new that we're gonna do real quick. Moving forward in y'all camp, what flaws are y'all no longer accepting?
High rear.
I'm gonna start with high rear. You seen enough of that ugly shit with that. Yeah, the exotic man that was ass was like this. Dog.
Oh wow! Oh no!
Yeah, that totally, man. Like I said in I think our first or second live, dude, that started making me look into all my dogs, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do that.
What about you, Donte?
Temperament flaw. Any pup that shows a temperament flaw, meaning or lack of intelligence, I won't be breeding. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be my biggest one. If a dog shows that they're not capable of learning quickly, or they do they act like a puppy at 1 year old, that's a temperament flaw. You know what I'm saying? So if a dog has that type of temperament, I won't be breeding that dog at all. Period.
See, I always struggle with temperament because to me, it's hard to say because it's gonna confuse a lot of people, and it confuses me all the time. I feel like temperament can be changed based off of who's dealing with it. So, like, don't get me wrong. I feel like temperament. Some puppies come out with a certain temperament, but I feel like as their life goes on, if you work that dog, that's gonna change that dog's temperament. If that dog is living at home with a female that wants it to lay in her bed all day, then that dog's temperament is gonna change. So I always struggle with temperament because I'm a person that feel like I can fix any fucking thing. And if a a dog come out soft and acting like a dumbass, like I feel like I can fix that. And that's a flaw on my behalf because I need to study more in the temperament to understand that that's not fixable. But what the hell did that? I got three things, and it's set in stone. It'll never happen. Underbite, weak pastors, and a king tail. Those are three things I'll never allow back in. I got weak pastors in right now, and I hate them. And all I can see is that right now in my eyes. Like, I look at every dog, I'm like, damn, his feet look good. They look like cat feet. And it's just something to me about them feet being straight, which give it that bully look to me. Like, for a dog to be that fucking big, to have feet that small, and to stand on their feet like that, it's perfect to me. That's like perfect. And people and don't get me, I was this person. I praised the big paws, and when them fucking paws just look like hands, like I praised that. But now I'm like, the more I started learning, I'm like, damn, that looks way better. Like, that's kind of cool, but that looks way better. And it just looks crazy to me. When you go look at, when I started noticing feet, it changed everything. Like, now my whole vision is focused around the feet. Like, I want them cat feet. I want that dog to be standing there looking like he can't hold all that weight on those feet. Like, that's what I want. And that's where my whole mindset went towards once I started seeing that. And then I looked at my camp and I was like, damn, my favorite dog got fucked up feet. And that's Rex. Like, she's so fucking heavy. Her feet, her pastures is just weak as hell. Like, they just flop. Like, she got flat ass feet. So that's one of the biggest things to me is the feet right now. The underbite shit, never, because I mean, to me, the bully's not gonna have no underbite. It should never have an underbite. So I will never ever deal with that. I'll never deal with nothing that's not serious. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. And then the king tail. King tail to me, and this is what a lot of people need to understand. If you got a king tail, the tail is a part of the skeletal system. And the skeletal system and their organs are developed at the same time. So your heart, your lungs, kidneys, shit like that. It's all developed at the same time as the skeletal. And I can't tell something went wrong during the development of that during that same time. So if you had something go wrong during that with your tail, it could have been something going wrong with the heart, with the liver, with the ovary. It could be a lot of things that go wrong, and to me, again, a bully should never have a pink tail. So I will never allow those three things in my family from this point forward or anytime after. Anytime before. Only reason I have those feet in my camp now is because I thought it looked cool for the beginning. But that was before I knew shit. And if you don't know shit, you don't know what you're looking for. And I didn't know what I was looking for. I thought that shit was cool. She had big feet. She's a big dog. She's supposed to have big feet. But that's not the case. The smaller the feet to me, the better now. And I'll be looking for that. So, and don't get me wrong, you can have big feet and still have strong passions. To me, if you look at these bullies in the Grand Champions, and you go look at the ABKC standards and their sketches and shit, you'll see every single one of them have the same feet all the way across the board. And that's what I want to create. I want to create more towards the standard. I want my dogs to look like do we got any comments? I think we got a heart up there. I want my dogs to look like the same way a pocket would, the same way a standard would, the same way a classic would if it was boned up. But yeah, that's more so what I'm looking for and what I want to allow. our last two is the 2 words. We're gonna say the 2 words and say what first thing comes to mind, and then we'll get into the last part and we'll get up out of here, y'all. So the first word is vision. I'm gonna let Brad start with that. I've been on your ass all night, Brad, so I might as well stay on it. I'll get on Donte's ass next week or on Thursday.
It's all good. When I hear the word vision, I think of where I started and where I plan to be, and how I can better myself from when I started, and how I can help others as well get to where I am and where I'm headed.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Vision for me is my favorite word in the bully game because that's when you get to show the people, the bully world, what you've been thinking. You know what I'm saying? Why you feel what you putting together is the best, or for whatever reason why you putting together is your vision. Like vision, my favorite word. You know what I'm saying? Because from where my vision was 5 years ago to where it is now, how it's changed. Like I love the growth in it. You know what I'm saying? So my vision is definitely growing, and I feel like I said, vision is my favorite word in the bullet game because that's your expression to the bullet game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I hear vision, I think of hard work, success, failure, um, good times, bad times. You know, I think of all of it. I think of the whole process. I think of to me, it's doing whatever I gotta doing whatever I gotta do to get to where I want to be. Um, it's not something that nobody can give me. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. It's something that I gotta put in the work. I gotta uh, stay focused and keep my eye on my vision and not what the rest of the world doing. So that's what I think of when I hear vision. Next word is accountability, and I'll let you start with that one, Dante.
Okay. Accountability. The first thing I think about is when you're in a position like we're in, when you're the head of your kennel, you're accountable for everything that goes down in your kennel. No matter if you have 100 kennel partners, you're accountable for everything that go down in your kennel, and you should treat it as such. Like I say, I got now 4 kennel partners, but whatever they do that relates to game changing, if it makes the game changing look bad, I can't blame them. I blame myself because I'm accountable for everything game changing. So accountability is something that you need to understand that when you're at the head of your program, everything falls on you, whether it's good or bad, and you should embrace that.
And I was just about to say, you definitely embraced your role with the accountability because you put yourself on your logo, and it ain't just you using that logo. It's everybody behind you using it too. So, and it ain't
Facts.
like the logo with just your name. It's a logo with you and your first thought. So you
Facts.
got to embrace that accountability.
Big
What about
facts.
I hear accountability. I think you got to hold yourself and your camp accountable for the decisions that you make to get you and your camp where you want to be.
yes, sir, yes, sir. To me, accountability means it's it's basically what we doing right here. Um, we holding ourselves accountable for the future of the community. Um, we not we not just focused on ourselves. We focus on the bigger picture because if we hold if we hold ourselves accountable for the future of the breed, then that'll leave a lot of room for the breed to grow, and that'll help us in the future as our production starts getting out here and we start building our camps and we start becoming the big dogs in the game, it'll be a bright future. If we just sit back how the past generation did and not give out no info, that's how you end up with the bullshit we got going on today, where everybody feels like it's just money, or they just come in to make $1, or they'll sell their dogs to anybody, and now everybody can get in the game and ruin the name for the breed. So I think accountability is what we're doing right here. We holding ourselves accountable. We put ourselves on the front and we put it all out there. We leaving our camps open for people to judge us and what do you mean? What happened? But yeah, we put ourselves out here and we stepped up and we taking we doing something that the past generation wasn't willing to do, but they gave us something. They gave us something better than this right here. But it's our job to take care of what they gave us and to build off of what they gave us. And so I don't completely blame them for what's going on. I just know that if this information or they would have took some of us under their wings or took the game more serious and understood what it could have grown to and what it has grown to, then I think they would have been more accountable too. But like I said, it's not to blame them because they definitely set this all out for us, and we wouldn't even be sitting here talking if it wasn't for the OG. So
Real talk.
I don't got nothing bad to say about them. I just think that sometimes people get so caught up in building their own shit that they don't think about how they can tear their own shit down by not helping the next man. So
facts.
I agree. What we gotta focus on. So that was the last word. Now I'm gonna show y'all a dog, and it's gonna be the dog of the day. On the next show, we're gonna let Donte, you gonna send me a picture in the inbox for the dog of the day on Thursday.
Okay.
And, we go with that. This is my dog of the day. He is two-time champion. He won first place at, I don't know how the fuck that championship works. I don't even know because I ain't even gotten to the show world yet. I ain't even gonna start tapping it, y'all. But the dog that went to 2 shows placed. I am gonna use him at some point. He a beast, man. I'm about to show y'all. Okay, I can just do it that way. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this dog named Zeus Zilla. He down there in Texas. This dude named Alton Dancy. Alton. I don't know his last name honestly. Alton is the owner of him, but he been putting his boys in shows. He been doing
what camp?
What the hell is the name of his camp? I'm about to tell you right now.
Is he XL?
Good, though.
Yeah, XL. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's pretty.
It's called ZMB, Zilla Made Bullies. So, or Zilla Made Bulls. He and Zilla is the dog that I see in front of us. He Trindle, Blue Tri, Brindle. Like I said, he done been to his first 2 shows. He done won first place. He won best dog in show. Like the dog is nice, man. I thought it was an XL bully with a lot of mass, a big head, real heavy, but still got correct structure. Still got them good feet. Still feet straight. This picture, he looked like he eats USC. He's not eats USC. It's just a picture.
Yeah, just a picture. I could tell because I straight his back feet off. You know he coming off of though?
I do got his head. It's Bellagio and Dark Knight Destiny. It's a nice head. Not really no crazy big names, but
Okay,
nice.
just a good dog.
Yeah, it's a real good dog, man. And then the crazy part is he just had his first. I think it was his first litter. He dropped him. He already produced a clone, so I think he's gonna be a hell of a producer. So he produced
For sure.
he produced himself in a black coat. So he's a black Trindle, and I think that was
Yeah, he hard.
yeah. So that was my dog. Zilla from Zilla Mary Bullies, and he owned by Austin. He's open for sale right now.
Shout out to Alton.
Kind of real fair price for what you're getting. That's a future Grand Champion right there.
That's right.
It's gonna be a big name. So I think y'all should lock in while y'all got a chance, and so holler at the homie Austin. He don't even know I posted him on here. I just, I show appreciation where it's at. And to me, I ask the person that posted the dog. It's a dog. So dog. And, yeah, go hit the homie up. But I appreciate y'all fellas. It's our first one, man, on YouTube. It's gonna be on there forever. Y'all gonna be able to show the kids when they get older. They're gonna be able to sit down and watch where we started at. And yeah, I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all boys on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you too, bro. Y'all get some rest, man. I'll see y'all on Thursday.
Yes, sir. See you then.
All right.